7 walks and 3 strikeouts. Both these teams beginning a string of 4 games in less than 24 hours. 2 games tonight between Decorah and Cresco. Decorah will host their tournament tomorrow with Osage and Cascade coming to town. Decorah Osage at 10 in the morning. And then it'll be Cascade and Osage, and then it'll be Decorah and Osage to wrap up the day. Crestwood will host their tournament tomorrow. Southwind, Waverly, Shellrock, Turkey Valley, and Crestwood all a part of that tournament. Colin Nimrod will start things here in the top of the first inning. Absolutely gorgeous night. They did not have any rain over here in Cresco. I had a brief shower over in Decorah this afternoon, but in the biz we called it a scattered shower. And away we go. Colin hitting .363 with 2 doubles, no triples, no home runs, and 2 RBIs on the campaign. Colin has hit safely in 6 consecutive games to start the campaign. We'll set the Crestwood defense here momentarily. On a mostly sunny night, as the first pitch to Colin Nimrod is a swing and a miss at a curve. It's 0-1. We get going a couple minutes early at 5:28. Hovden and Kane to follow here in the first inning. Lenhard gets the sign from Hunter Slifka, and the pitch swung on a ground ball to the left side, and it's through for a base hit. It got between Pekanowski at third and Thompson at short. Nimrod on to start the ball game. He has hit safely in 7 consecutive games to start the season. Runner at first, nobody out. The Cadet defense, Matthew Kuvalier in left, Spencer Bohr in center, Jeffrey Haskovic in right. At third base, Trey Pekanowski. At shortstop, Will Thompson. Second base, Jordan Vovis. And at first base is Brandon Slifka. Hunter Slifka behind the plate, and Chase Lenhart on the hill. Jake Hovden leads an average in hits for Decorah. As a move to first base will send Nimrod back diving to the bag. Jake at .588, 10 for 17 with a double and 3 RBIs to start 2014. Top of the order has been pretty good. The first 3 hitters in the Decorah lineup a combined 414 thus far, as Nimrod, or as Hovden pops one up right side. Underneath it is the second baseman Vovis. He will make the catch for the first out here in the first inning. So Decorah has shown some aggressive signs here in the early going of this one. Nimrod swung at the first pitch. Second pitch, he got out into left field. Hovden swings at the first pitch and pops out. The batter will be Kyle Kane with 1 on, 1 out here in the first inning. Kyle at .316 with 3 doubles, no triples, no home runs, and an RBI. Here's a chopper foul, third base side off the bat of Kane. No balls, 1 strike. Kyle getting the ball here in game 1 for Decorah. Coach O in the third base box for Decorah. Tyler Rinkin in the first base box. For those of you wondering, Rinkin has improved his fungo skills since Wednesday night. Always striving to get better. You got to have it out of the coaching staff as well as the kids. No balls, 1 strike to count on Kane. The pause, and Lenhard moves to first base to send Nimrod back diving to the bag. Three steps off the bag at first is Nimrod. Lenhard a pause, and the pitch high to Kane. It is 1 ball, 1 strike with Austin Ashbacker in the on-deck circle. Cadets will play Turkey Valley and Southwind tomorrow. Over here in Cresco, 1-1 delivery. Fastball inside corner taken for a strike, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. In case we didn't mention, Pete Wine calling the balls and strikes, and Joe Scretta working the base pass tonight. Nimrod a lead at first base, held on there by Brandon Slifka. Lenhard in for the side from Hunter Slifka has it, comes to the pause, and the 1-2 delivery to Kane is swung on, popped up into right field. Coming on is Jeffrey Haskbeck. He'll make a 2-handed catch in shallow to medium depth right, and there's 2 down here in the first inning. So 2 down and a runner at first for Austin Ashbacker. Austin at 263. 5 for 19, 2 doubles, a triple, and 4 RBI. He had 2 RBIs the other night against Southwind. Another move to first base will send Nimrod back diving to the bag on a closer play that time. Austin performed adequately in his first varsity start on the hill on Wednesday night as well. Lenhart to the pause and the pitch. A curveball in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. So Lenhart has thrown a first pitch strike to each of the 4 batters to this point. Nimrod a little bigger lead at first base. Lenhart comes set, and Nimrod goes. Pitch back to the screen. It got away from Slivka. Nimrod will stand at second base. It'll be a 1-1 count on Austin Ashbacker. And the Vikes will have a runner in scoring position. 2 outs and a runner in scoring position hasn't been a great situation for Decorah this year. As a team, they are only hitting .211 in this situation, 8 for 38, and they have struck out 13 times. Pitch goes high. It is 2 balls, 1 strike. The average is not as heartburn-inducing as the strikeouts. Vikes just haven't put any pressure on defenses in this situation. Swung on fly ball, shallow right, out is the second baseman Volvis. He lunges back, he makes the catch to retire the side. So 1 hit and 1 left. We head to the bottom half of the first inning. It is Decorah 0 and Crestwood coming to bat. Bottom of the first inning we go, a scoreless game. And Kyle Kane gets his 3rd start of the season for Decorah. Kane has been a little bit of a tough luck pitcher for Decorah this year. 0-2, but only a 3.0 ERA. He's given up 5 earned runs in 11 2/3 innings, 14 hits. He's only walked 3 and struck out 4. Kyle's always going to be pretty consistently around the zone. In fact, in his season opening start against Mason City, that was only the 4th time in all of his career starts that he had walked multiple guys. And by multiple guys, I mean 2, which is not what you want, but at the same time, very acceptable. Jeffrey Haskovic will start things here in the bottom half of the first inning. Scoreless game between Decorah and Cresco. The defense for Decorah, Cole Sweska left, Jake Hovden center. And Brighton Meyer and right at third base, Dustin Carey at shortstop, Colin Nimrod at second base, Brady Dolly at first base, Aaron Severson. Austin Ashbacker behind the plate. And Kyle Kane on the hill. Haskovic, a 200 hitter batting from the left-hand side against the right-hander Kane, and he'll look at the first pitch high, 1 ball, no strikes. Retiring the first batter has been a key thing for Decorah. The 1-0 outside for 2 balls, no strikes. In Decorah's 2 wins this year, the leadoff runner in an inning has only reached 4 out of the 14 times, and they have only scored once, 2-0. There's a strike, it's 2-1. In Decorah's 4 losses this year, the leadoff runner in an inning has reached 17 of 26 times, with 11 of those runners scoring. Pitch swung on and missed. And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes on Jeffrey Haskovic. So it's a little thing, but when you start the inning good from a defensive perspective, it's going to be a good thing. Ground ball towards second, down to 1 knee to pick it up is Brady Dolly. He'll throw on to first base to retire Haskovic, and 1 down here in the first inning. 1 down, nobody on for Hunter Slivka. Off to a 4:38 start, 3 doubles, no triples, no home runs, and 6 RBI. Kane delivers first pitch in a little bit high on the breaking ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Crestwood 3-3, and they haven't played since Tuesday night in their conference opening doubleheader at Charles City. Fastball at the letters and for a strike, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike on Crestwood. Kane ready, and the 1-1 offering. Curveball swung on, fouled back over our heads and out of play. We're at field level just to the right of the home plate area. I even have security with me tonight. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kane ready in the 1-2 offering. Swung on, fisted foul. Went high and tight on the fastball, and Slivka fouled it away on the right side. So it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. No score here in the bottom of the first inning. Just underway in this conference doubleheader. Kane ready, kicks and deals in the 1-2 offering. Check swing, and he went around. Ashbacker will pick it up, and he'll throw to first base, and he'll throw over the head of Severson, and it got by Brady Dolly, who was backing the ball up as well. And up to second base will go Hunter Slivka. And a strikeout and a 2-base error will put a runner in scoring position with nobody out. And a courtesy runner coming in for the Cadets. And that will be Connor Slivka. He will run for Hunter Slivka out at second base. Chase Lenhart leads the team in RBI with 8. He has no extra base hits, but he has a .261 average. No score here in the bottom of the first inning. A strikeout and a throwing error has put a runner at second base with 1 down. And the pitch swung on a fly ball into center field. Retreating is Jake Hovden. Now he comes in about 8 steps, makes a 2-handed catch in shallow to medium depth center field for the second out of the inning. So 2 down and a runner at second, and Spencer Bohr will be the batter. Bohr at .231 with 2 doubles, 1 triple, no home runs, and 4 RBI. No score, bottom of the first inning. Connor Slivka away from second. Spencer Bohr from the right-hand side of the plate. And the pitch is taken up. It is 1 ball, no strikes. Connor away from second once again. The stretch, a look back at second, and the pitch swung on and missed. Some high, tight heat. 1 ball, 1 strike. Slivka away from second once again. The pause by Kane. 2 looks at second, and the 1-1 swinging a foul back to the screen. It is 1 ball and 2 strikes. No score here in the first inning. 1-2 the count. Slivka away from second base. Kane in at Ashbacker for the sign. Comes set, 2 looks at second, 1-2 pitch to Bohr. And Bohr is going to have to stay in the box as he leaned into the pitch. And Pete Wine is keeping him in the box. It'll go as a ball, so it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's a pretty good call by Pete there. Bohr didn't discuss that one very well at all. There's a breaking ball that came in, and Bohr literally put the left arm right out there. 2 balls, 2 strikes count. And the pitch swung on at a ground ball to the left side. Charging there is Carey. He'll pick it up. He'll throw on to first base, and the out recorded at first, and the side is out here in the first inning. No runs, no hits, 1 error and 1 left. We head to the second inning. It is Decorah nothing and Crestwood nothing. No score as we go to the top of the second inning. Shout out to the Decorah Fire Department tuning in tonight. It'll be hitters 5, 6, and 7 for Decorah here in the second inning. Cole Sweska, Dustin Carey, and Brady Dolly. Decorah got a leadoff single from Colin Nimrod, but it couldn't get him by second base in the first inning. Crestwood had Hunter Slivka reach on a strikeout and a throwing error, but couldn't get that runner past second base in the first inning. Cole Sweska swinging a nice bat thus far this year. 7 of 19. He has an RBI, and he is hitting .368. Lenhart looking for his first win on the hill this year. And the first offering to Sweska, fastball low and outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Crestwood has struggled against Decorah for quite some time. From a result perspective, the 1-0 taken at the knees for a strike. Good location on 1-0 from Lenhart. 1 ball, 1 strike. In fact, the last Crestwood pitcher to defeat Decorah is now the head coach of the team that defeated Decorah on Wednesday night. That's Ben Oberman. 1-1 delivery. Curveball outside corner for a strike, and it's 1-2. So Decorah has won 15 games in a row against Crestwood, and in the game of baseball, that's tempting fate. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Sweska to start things here in the second inning. Lenhart delivers, and the pitch a fastball up for 2 balls, 2 strikes. Baseball is just one of those weird games because they even say in the majors you're going to win 54, you're going to lose 54. It's what you do with those other 54. 2-2 delivery. Check swing. He did not go. Tried a curveball low and away, and Cole stayed away from it. And now we go full on the first batter of the second inning. No score between Decorah and Crestwood. 3-2 delivery, low for ball 4. Sweska on a leadoff walk here in the second inning. Walks have been a bit of an issue when you look at the early statistics of Lenhart. Granted, in 8 1/3 innings, it's a very small sample size, but that's his 8th walk in 8 1/3. You definitely don't want to average 1 for 1 in that category. Move to first base to send Sweska back diving to the bag. The batter is Dustin Carey. Carey 3 for 18 with 2 doubles and 2 RBIs. He was 1 for 2 with the double on Wednesday night. As Sweska goes, Carey swings and fouls the pitch straight back. It is no balls and 1 strike. That 1 hit was the first hit that he had since the first game up against Keyhigh. As the fastball at the knees is taken for a strike, and it's 0-2 now. Dustin just 2 for his last 12, but he's a good enough hitter. He'll get out of that. You recall the last few years, James Astley for Decorah was notoriously slow starter. Fastball misses outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes, but James would usually hit about 350 to 400 towards the end of the year. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count on Dustin Carey, and move to first base to send Sweska back to the bag. One ball, 2 strikes. A lead at first base by Cole Sweska. Runner goes, pitch hammered towards left field. After it is Cuvalier, and that ball is going to be one hopping against the fence. Sweska hits third. He will score easily. A double for Dustin Carey and a 1-0 lead for Decorah. Carey with double number 3 and RBI number 3 on the season. A hang and breaking ball on 1-2, and Decorah draws first blood. And the next batter will be Brady Dowley. Dowley, 231 with 2 doubles and 2 RBIs on the season. Dowley squares to bunt, takes the pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Cadets will charge with Slivka at first base. And Pekanowski will play even with the bag at third. The shortstop, Thompson, will watch the runner at second. Pitch outside again. It's 2 balls, no strikes. Dowley was squaring to bunt on that pitch again. He squares early once again. Slivka charges from first, and the pitch taken up. It is 3 balls and no strikes. It's one thing Decorah was doing earlier. When they were called on to bunt, they went after a lot of pitches out of the zone. Dowley squares to bunt, and the pitch taken low for ball 4. There is one thing to be said for doing the job for your team, but you can't be too proud to not take a walk if the pitcher is going to give you one, and that's exactly what Lenhart did there. First and second, one in, nobody out here in the second inning of a 1-0 Decorah lead, and the batter will be Brighton Meyer, 1 for 13 on the season. Meyer squares to Bunta, so right in front of the plate, and it's a good one. Lenhart with a bare hand pickup. He'll throw to first base, out recorded with Bovis covering the bag. 1-4 on the sacrifice, carry to third, Dolly to second. 2 runners in scoring position for Aaron Severson, 2 for 8 on the season. 1-0 Decorah on the RBI double by Dustin Carey to bring home Cole Sweska. And the pitch taken low. It is 1 ball, no strikes. Lenhart has walked 2 in this frame. He will work out of the stretch in the second and third situation as the infield comes up for Cresco. Pitch swung on, hit towards left. It'll land for a base hit. Scoring easily is Carey. Dolly coming to the plate. Relay throw, there won't be one. A 2-run single for Aaron Severson and a 3-0 lead for Decorah. First varsity RBI for Aaron Severson as the Vikes with a 3 spot here in the second inning. And Colin Nimrod will start the second trip around the batting order. He singled to left his first time up, 1 for 1. Decorah with 3 hits and 2 walks, first time through the order against Lenhart. Pitch to Colin, swung on a foul ball up the right field side and out of play. It is no balls and 1 strike. Aaron Severson, a couple of steps at first base. Lenhart delivers, pitch high and tight. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Severson with some pretty good wheels at first base. As part of that state qualifying 4x400 team. The 1-1 delivery, swung on, smacked to the left, and a base hit. Severson with the play in front of him will put the brakes on at second base, and Colin Nimrod now 2 for 2. Nimrod has hit safely in all 7 games to this point, and he has had multiple hits in 3 of the 7 games. And the batter will be Jake Hovden, first and second, 3 in, 1 down here in the second of a 3-0 Decorah lead. And the pitch on the outside edge for a strike to Jake. It is no balls, 1 strike. Jake popped to second, his first time up. 0-1. That one up. It is 1 ball, 1 strike. Jake has hit safely in all 7 games to this point, and he has multiple hits in 4 of the 6. I should say he's hit safely in all 6 games coming into today as the pitch goes low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Coming into today's game, Decorah's top 3 hitters had an average of .414 combined. It's just the getting them in part has been a little bit of a struggle as the next pitch goes high from Lenhart. It is 3 balls, 1 strike. Carey with an RBI double, Severson a 2-run single here in the second, and there's still only 1 out. 3-1, swung on, smoked into left center field, and that one will land for a base hit. Rounding third, coming to the plate is Severson. The relay throw will be cut off, an RBI single for Jake Hovden, and a 4-0 lead for Decorah. So Jake Hovden now with 4 RBIs on the season as the Vikes have 4 hits here in the inning and a visit from the mound, or to the mound, from the Crestwood dugout. Hunter Slifka, Lenhart, and Brandon Slifka all part of the conversation, as Kyle Kane will be the 8th batter of the inning, and there's still only 1 out. Kane flew out to right his first time up, 0 for 1, a 4 spot here in the first inning. Decorah has now had at least a 3-0 lead in 5 of their 7 games to this point. Kane swings at the first one and hammers it left side. But foul. No balls, 1 strike. Kyle trying to help his own cause with Nimrod at second and Hovden at first. Stretch a look back at second in the 0-1. That one taken up. It is 1 ball, 1 strike. One and 1 to Kyle Kane. Stretch and the pitch, ground ball towards short. Thompson bobbles it there. He'll have one play. He'll throw to first base. They get the out at first with Nimrod moving up to third and Hovden to second. Kane grounds out to short, and Austin Ashbacker will be the batter. A 4 spot here in the second inning for Decorah, 4-0 lead. The runner at third is Nimrod. The runner at second is Hovden. And a breaking ball taken low from Lenhart. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch outside. 2 balls, no strikes after an 11-pitch first inning for Lenhart. He's about ready to throw his 31st of inning number 2. 2-0 delivery. Caught the corner, inside edge, taken for strike 1. It's 2-1. Away from second is Upton. Away from third is Nimrod. Pitch swung on and missed. Healthy cut, no contact for the Baby Bull. And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. 4-0 Decorah here in the top of the second. The stretch and the 2-2 offering swung on and a roller towards third. Snagged there by Pekanowski. He'll throw on to first base to retire Ashbacker. And the side is out here in the second inning. But the Vikes able to score 4 on 4 hits. No errors, 2 runners left. We head to the bottom half of the second inning. It is a 4-0 lead for Decorah. 4-0 lead for Decorah. RBI double by Dustin Carey, a 2-run single from Aaron Severson, and an RBI single by Jake Hovden scored the runs in the top half of this inning. So Kyle Kane, who faced 4 in the first inning, the only man to reach base was a guy that struck out and reached on an error. He'll face Brandon Slifka, Matt Cuvalier, and Trey Pekanowski here in the second inning. Ashbacker was the last batter of the inning, so takes him a bit to get all the equipment on, and he'll be ready for a toss down to second here in a moment. Again, Decorah in the tournament tomorrow. Decorah Osage at 10, Osage Cascade after that. And then Cascade and Decorah to end the day. Brandon Slifka off to a 167 start. A double, no triples, no home runs, and 3 RBIs. Pitch taken low to 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 delivery. High and tight for 2 balls, no strikes. Brandon, kid that's going to go to Grandview, so I had to give him some grief saying he always wanted to be a Viking. Quality young man right here is the pitch high from Kyle. It's 3 balls, no strikes. Matt Cuvalier and Trey Pekanowski to follow here in the second inning. And the 3-0 from Kyle is up for ball 4. When your offense gets you 3 runs in the top half an inning, the last thing you want to do is not throw the ball in the pitcher's part of the zone, but Kyle with 4 straight bad ones to Brandon Slifka. And up now, the left-hand hitting Matthew Cuvalier. 200 with a double, no triples, no home runs, and 4 RBIs. And there's a strike from Kyle on the inside edge. At the knees, good location on the first pitch of the at-bat. It snowballs 1 strike. Slivka. Short lead at first base. The pause and the pitch. A swinging bunt up the first base side. Ashbacker picks it up and he'll throw on to first base to retire Cuvalier. And there's one down here in the second inning with Slivka moving up to second. With that little number like that, it's one of few times you probably have an advantage to having a left-handed catcher, because that's an unimpeded throw for Austin. Would have been a bit of an impeded throw for a right-handed catcher in a situation like that. So there are times where it's good to have a left-handed catcher, but you just never see him. Runner at second, one down. Trey Pekanowski takes the first pitch low. 1 ball, no strikes. Trey in at 333 with 2 doubles, no triples, no home runs, and 3 RBI. Kyle comes set, looks back at second twice, and the 1-0 delivery swung on, popped up, straight back and out of play. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. One and one on Trey Pekanowski. The pause by Kyle, 2 looks at second, and the 1-1 delivery, a curveball and a butte taken on the outside edge for a strike. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ashbacker flashes the sign. Kane comes set. A look back at second. And the 1-2 delivery swung on and missed at a high fastball. Second strikeout for Kyle Kane. So 2 down and a runner at second for Jordan Vovis. A 4-0 lead for Decorah here in the second inning. This is Vikings Radio, 1240 KDEC Decorah and KDECradio.net. Darren Swenson from the Crestwood High School Baseball Diamond here tonight. First of a conference doubleheader, as Jordan Vovis will be the batter. The pause by Kyle Kane and the pitch. Fastball outside edge for a strike, 0-1. Vovis 333 with no doubles, 1 triple, no home runs, and 2 RBI. Stretch by Kyle, 2 looks at second. And the 0-1 offering swung on, and that was a ball that hit Kyle and caroms out into center field for a base hit. And the main concern here will be Kyle Kane. I think that got him in the head. Boy, that is scary. Vovis will get an RBI single, but that is not the main concern right now, as Kyle Kane is getting attended to by Steve Krieg of Team Rehab. Never a good situation there. The protocols being given to Kyle Kane when it comes to a concussion there. Teammates standing around, as well as Coach Olenczak. Kyle went down to one knee and just had a bit of a shocked look on his face, and that's exactly what you would expect in a situation like that. We noticed Steve Krieg talking to Dennis Olenczak, and it appears that Kyle will stay in the game. Boy. You just hope he's going to be all right. It's a 4-1 ball game, and Will Thompson, a .389 hitter, will come to the plate. No extra base hits and 2 RBIs. We notice Steve Krieg now comes over and talks to Bob and Martha Kane, Kyle's parents, and assesses them on the situation as Thompson throws a strike at the letters. It is no balls, 1 strike. Obviously, they'll keep monitoring Kyle throughout this game because sometimes those, you can see him fine now, and maybe you're really not. 0-1 taken up, 4-1 ball, 1 strike. Of course, whenever that happens, you just bring back that situation with Brett Van Sloten a few years ago, and a line drive got him in the mouth. 1-1 delivery, pitch goes high. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Stretch and the 2-1. That one missing inside for 3 balls, 1 strike. Bovis away from first. The stretch by Kyle and the 3-1 coming to Will Thompson. Caught the inside corner, taken for strike 2. And it is 3 balls and 2 strikes now. Top of the order, and Jeffrey Haskovic on deck. It is a 4-1 lead for Decorah, an RBI single for Bovis. 3-2 delivery, ground ball foul up the first base side. 3 balls, 2 strikes, retrieved by assistant coach Justin Denner. Who showed 3 times as much hustle as his older brother did in his first base coaching days for Wartburg. In his career right there. 3-2 swung on, fly ball, right center field. Breitenmeyer coming over, and Hovden coming in. Hovden will make the catch in shallow right center, and that's that for the second inning. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We head to the third inning. It is a 4-1 lead for Decorah. 4-1 lead for Decorah as we go to the third inning. An RBI double, a 2-run single, an RBI double by Dustin Carey, a 2-run single for Aaron Severson, and a single for Jake Hovden. For Decorah in the second, an RBI single by Jordan Vovis that caromed off the head of Kyle Kane. For now, Kyle has stayed in the game. But I'm sure they'll continue to monitor that situation. Cole Sweska, the man who started the fun in the second inning by walking and scoring, will be the batter. And Eric Severson was starting to play catch behind the Decorah dugout as the pitch taken out of the zone. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 delivery. Swung out and missed as Sweska out in front. 1 ball, 1 strike. Carey and Dolly to follow here in the third. One outside for 2 balls and 1 strike to count on Sweska. As we talked about it earlier, Decorah has beaten Crestwood 15 consecutive times. The 2-1 swing and a miss. Good breaker from Lenhart, and it's 2-2. Thing of it is, with that breaker in the second inning, that was starting about eye level and dropping right into the zone. That breaker started at about the belt and dropped out of the zone. So 2-2 delivery, swinging a foul at the plate. Hunter Slifka couldn't hang on behind the plate. So the count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes on Sweska. 4-5-0, or 4-5-1 for Decorah. 1-1-0 for Crestwood. 2-2 swung on, smack towards short, fielded on a hop there by Will Thompson. He'll throw on to first base, and the throw pulls Slifka off the bag, and Cole Sweska will reach. Good throw, probably would have gotten him. So that'll be the first defensive miscue of the night for the Cadets, and Dustin Carey will be the batter. Carey double to left, knocked in a run and scored himself in the second inning. A lead at first base by Sweska, and the pitch, Carey hammers one towards right center field. That baby is going to be a gapper. It's going to be 3 hops and against the fence. Cole Sweska will score easily. Carey going to chug to third, and he will be there without a play. A 5-1 lead for Decorah. An RBI double in the second for Carey and an RBI triple for Dustin right there to score Cole Sweska from first. And another tally on the board for Decorah as Dustin Carey has his first multi-hit game of the season. And Brady Dolly will be the batter. He drew a 4-pitch walk and scored in the second inning. Pitch outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Carey, the runner at third. Dolly at the plate. The stretch by Lenhart and the 1-0 swung on at a chopper. That one knocked down by Lenhart, picked up at short by Thompson, but the time he got there, Dolly reached first base. Carey scores on the play at 6-1. After consultation, we'll rule that one an infield hit for Brady Dolly, so he gets the RBI there, which will be his third of the season. So Brady now has an RBI in each of the conference games. As Brighton Meyer will look to keep the fun going for Decorah. 6-1, Decorah leads it. Meyer squares to bunt, does so right in front of the plate. Lenhart took a look towards second, but instead threw to first base with Slifka covering. The sacrifice good, 1-3. So Brighton Meyer twice called on to bunt and twice gets the job done. A runner at second with 1 down. The batter will be Aaron Severson, who had a 2-run single and scored himself in the second inning. Pitch swung on, driven down the left field line. Angling towards the line as Matthew Cuvalera, step into foul ground, reaches back and makes the catch for the second out of the inning. So Severson flies out to left for the second out of the frame, and Colin Nimrod will be the batter. Nimrod 2 for 2. With a runner at second with 2 down, 6-1 the score as the ball caroms away from Hunter Slifka to his left. And moving up to third on the wild pitch is Brady Dolly. And Nimrod is 1 for 1. We notice Eric Severson starting to warm up in the bullpen, so my guess is Kyle Kane might be done for the night. 1 ball, no strikes to count on Nimrod, and the pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. You know you're having a good night with the sticks when your leadoff guy is batting for the third time in 3 frames. 6-1 Decorah here in the third inning. 1-1 delivery, swung on, and a fly ball into right field. Jeffrey Haskovic is under it. He will make a 2-handed catch to retire the side. But the Vikes add 2 to their total, 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 runner left. We head to the bottom half of the third inning. It is Decorah leading by a 6-1 margin. Eric Severson on to pitch for Decorah. Kyle Kane goes 2, gives up 1 hit. 1 run, it was earned, walked 1, and struck out 2. He was hit in the head with the batted ball by Jordan Vovis, and he will be done for the night as Eric Severson, who's been very effective in relief for Decorah through the other night against Southwind. And we'll get his first Northeast Iowa Conference action here. Jeffrey Haskovic, Hunter Slifka, and Chase Lenhart, hitters 1, 2, 3 in the lineup here in the third inning. It'll be a lefty-lefty matchup now As Haskovic grounded out to second in the first, and he'll look at the first one outside. 1 ball, no strikes. And Kyle Kane hitting the head with a batted ball, and he is out of the game. The 1-0 delivery smacked into center field and a base hit. So Haskovic on to lead off the frame here in the third. A 6-1 lead for Decorah. And the batter will be Hunter Slivka, who struck out swinging but reached on a throwing error in the first. Haskovic away from first base. Severson comes set. A look towards first and the pitch. Curveball caught the front knee, taken for strike one. No balls, 1 strike to count. Severson ready, and a move to first base will send Haskovic back standing to the bag. Haskovic, a kid who was injured late in the basketball season, had to miss all of track season for Crestwood. But back playing baseball here. The ball's 1 strike. Severson comes set. And the 0-1 offering, a backdoor breaking ball that misses outside for 1 ball, 1 strike. One and one the count. Severson comes set, a look towards first. The 1-1 offering swung on a fly ball into right field. Brighton Meyer had him played darn near perfectly. Slides over to his left and makes the catch for the first out here in the third inning. Runner at first, 1 down. Chase Lenhart will be the batter. Lenhart flew out to center in the first, 0 for 1. Severson comes set, and the pitch swung on, smack toward short field, and on a hop there by Nimrod. He bobbles momentarily, now picks it up and throws on to first base and still gets the out of Lenhart at first. And that will be the second out of the inning. Haskovic up to second, and Spencer Bohr will be the batter. 6-1 Decorah here in the third. And with the runner at second base, Ashbacker and Severson will come out and have a discussion. I see they are going to take Kyle Kane away from the facility. His mom and dad, Bob and Martha, are going to take him hopefully just for precautionary reasons. The pitch swung on, driven, deep left field. Retreating is Cole Sweska. He looks up. That ball is gone. Spencer Bohr with a 2-run homer, his first of the season. RBIs 5 and 6. And it's a 6-3 lead for Decorah.
Next up, first baseman number 33, Brandon Slivka.
Two in, 2 down, and Brandon Slivka to the plate. Slivka walked and scored in the second, and he'll look at a strike. 0-1. So the Cadets have scored the 2 times they have gotten their leadoff runner on. 6-3 Decorah here in the bottom of the third. Pitch swung on and a ground ball towards short. Picked up there by Colin Nimrod. Throws on to first base to retire Brandon Slivka, and that's that here in the third. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left. We head to the fourth. It is Decorah leading Crestwood 6-3. A 6-3 lead for Decorah as we go to the top half of the fourth inning. Another busy week of broadcasting next week. On Monday night, we'll have Decorah Vikings softball as the Vikings will take on Walk-On. 7:20 will be the start time for that one on AM 1240 KDEC. Tuesday night will be Decorah and Oline in a conference doubleheader. That will be a start time of 5:20 from Olensack Field in Decorah. Wednesday night, we'll make the trip to Waverly for Decorah Vikings softball. 7:15 the start time for Decorah and Waverly Shellrock. Night off Thursday night, and then Friday night, we'll go over to Walk-On for Decorah Viking baseball at Walk-On. Jake Hovden will lead things off here in the fourth inning. A 6-3 lead for Decorah. They're out of hitting Crestwood 7-3. Each team with an error to this point as Linhart throws low to Hovden. 1 ball, no strikes. Hovden popped to second in the first and got an RBI single in the second inning, extending his hit streak to 7 consecutive games. 1-0 in there for a strike, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Linhart ready, 1-1. Hovden squares to bunt and throws outside, does Linhart. Jake did have a slap bunt single against Southwind the other night. Kid with his quicks. Can add that to his arsenal. Ground ball at third, fielded right on the bag by Trey Pekanowski. Throws to first base, and beating it out is Hovden. It was a bit of a high chopper, and Pekanowski did all he could, but the speed of Hovden allows him to reach base. In 5 of the 7 games to this point, Jake has multiple hits. And the batter will be Eric Severson. He's batting in the spot for Kyle Kane. Kane again hit with a batted ball in the head. They have taken him from the facility, hopefully for just precautionary reasons, as the pitch goes low to Eric Severson. 1 ball, no strikes. Severson gave up 2 runs in that third inning. He pitched the latter part of the game against Southwind on Wednesday night. Pitch swung on and a looper towards the middle of the infield. It's caught there at shortstop by Thompson right in front of the second base bag. And there is 1 down here in the fourth inning. One down, runner at first, Austin Ashbacker, the batter. Ashbacker and Meyer, the only regulars in the Decorah lineup not to reach base yet. He popped to second in the first and grounded to third in the second. And move to first base will keep Hovden honest. Hovden takes off. Ashbacker swings and fouls one down the third base side foul. It is no balls and 1 strike on Ashbacker. Vikes already with 8 hits off of Linhart. He's about ready to toss his 68th pitch of the game already. And it's outside to Ashbacker. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Cole Sweska in the on-deck circle. Vikes got 4 in the second and 2 in the third. Crestwood with a single tally in the second inning and 2 in the third. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hovden takes off. Pitch taken at the letters for a strike. Throw down to second base. And Hovden in just ahead of a pretty good throw from Hunter Slivka. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes on Austin Ashbacker. And now he will bat with a runner in scoring position in less than 2 outs, trying to add on to a 6-3 Decorah lead here in the fourth. 1-2 outside for 2 balls, 2 strikes. Stretch, 2-2. Chopper right in front of the plate. Lenhart will look the runner back. He'll throw on to first base to retire Ashbacker. As Lenhart made the toss, Hovden sneaks up to third. He'll be there with 2 down. 6-3 Decorah here in the fourth. And the batter will be Cole Sweska. Walked and scored in the second. Reached down an error and scored in the third. Lenhart delivers. First pitch high. And jumping out of the crouch was Slipka to make a snagging grab of the fastball. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 delivery. Missing outside for 2 balls, no strikes. Cadets trying to get the first goose egg in the line score since the first inning. Is pitch high. It's 3 balls, no strikes. 6-8-1 for Decorah. 3-3-1 for Crestwood. And the pitch taking all the way and taking a strike on the inside edge is Sweska. 3 balls, 1 strike with Hovden at third and 2 down here in the fourth inning. 3-1 delivery outside for ball 4. Pekanowski with his third walk in 3 2/3. A first and third situation with 2 down, and Dustin Carey will be the batter. An RBI double, a run scored in the second, an RBI triple, a run scored here in the third. Up again here in the fourth. As the first pitch swung on, hammered to left field and deep. That ball is gone! Dustin Carey has awoke from the doldrums with a 3-run homer, and Decorah with a 9-3 lead. An RBI double, an RBI triple, and a 3-run homer now for Dustin Carey. As Decorah gets their first 2-out runs here in Game 1 of the doubleheader, and they lead it by a 9-3 margin. So Carey 3 for 3 with a double, a triple, and 5 RBI. As a former broadcast partner of mine would say, that'll work. As the ball getting retrieved in from left field. That's the first Decorah home run of the season. Dolly will be the batter. He walked and scored in the second and had an RBI single in the third. He swings and misses at the first offering from Lenhart. No balls, 1 strike. Oh, 0-1. Swung on a ground ball towards short. Thompson makes a backhand stop. He'll throw on to first base to retire Dolly and the side here in the fourth inning. But the Vikes add 3 to their total on a Dustin Carey 3-run homer. And we are halfway home here in Crestwood. In Game 1 of this doubleheader, Decorah leads it by a 9-3 margin. Bottom of the fourth inning we go. A 9-3 lead for Decorah. In case you weren't with us earlier, Kyle Keene was hit in the head with a batted ball off the bat of Jordan Vovis. He has been taken away from the ballpark. We hope just for precautionary reasons. We hope for the best for Kyle, because that is always a scary situation. But with the Sticks, Decorah with 9 runs on 9 hits, highlighted by the efforts of Dustin Carey. Let's face it, Dustin started slow this year, but a double, a triple, a home run, 3 runs scored, and 5 RBI tonight. Eric Severson is the batter. He is the pitcher, and a curveball doesn't curve and hits Cuvalier in the leg. And for the third time in 4 frames, the Vikes have gotten their lead, or the Cadets rather, have gotten their leadoff runner on. Cuvalier at first and Trey Pekanowski to the plate. A 9-3 lead for Decorah here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Severson comes set, a look towards first. And the pitch, that curveball catches the inside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. Stretch. A long pause, and the 0-1 swung on and missed. That was a beauty of a curve, and it's 0-2. Decorah out hitting Crestwood by a 9-3 margin right now, and both teams have committed an error. 0-2. The pitch swung on and missed at a pitch in the dirt. Pekanowski strikes out for the second time in this game. 1 down here in the 4th. And another lefty-lefty matchup. This time, Eric Severson and Jordan Vovis. Vovis had the RBI single in the 2nd inning. That was off the head of Kyle Kane. Pitch swung on and a ground ball foul up the first base side. Pretty well hit ball. So Vovis with a hard hit ball, but nothing but a loud strike. Nothing and 1 the count. Severson in for the sign from Ashbacker. He'll come set. And the 0-1. Swung on and missed at a curve. It's 0-2. Couple of steps off the bag at first is Cuvalier. 0-2 delivery, a curveball hits him in the back once again. So 2 hit batters here in the 4th inning. First and second, 1 down. Will Thompson, the batter. He flew out to center to end the second 0-for-1. Severson comes set in the pitch. Sweeping breaking ball inside for 1 ball, no strikes. Leads from their respective bases do the runners, and the breaking ball inside again. It's 2 balls, no strikes, and now Austin Ashbacker will come out and talk to Eric Severson. Aaron Severson will play behind the runner at first base. 2 balls, no strikes to count. Eric comes set. 2-0 delivery. There's a strike. It's 2-1. Funny how those mound visits usually work. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Cuvalier away from second, Vovis away from first, and pitch ground ball to the left side. Diving snag made by Carey, but that's all he'll be able to do. Carey perhaps prevented a run on a hard hit ball by Thompson, but by the time he got to his feet, Thompson was pretty much all the way down the line. It'll be an infield hit for Thompson, and the base is loaded for the Gads here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And Jeffrey Haskovic will be the batter for Crestwood. He grounded to second in the first, singled and scored in the third. 9-3 Decorah, bottom of the 4th, but the Cadets in business with only 1 out. Severson delivers, and the pitch low outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Carey even with the bag at third. Aaron Severson, even with the bag at first. Infield will play regular depth up the middle. 1 ball, no strikes. Severson ready in the 1-0 offering a curve that misses the front knee, and it's 2 balls, no strikes now. Two and 0 the count. 2-0. Outside again. 3 balls, no strikes. As Eric having a tough time finding the zone all of a sudden. The 3-0. There's a strike. It's 3-1. Andy sinking to the Decorah bullpen. 3-1 delivery. Just above the letters, ball 4. So bases loaded walk to Haskovic to force home Cuvalier. Bovis to third and Thompson to second. And the batter will be Hunter Slivka, but before that happens, Coach O is going to head out to the mound to talk to Eric Severson. Probably just a bit of a pep talk as Sinkink has just started warming up. 2 hit batters, a walk, and an infield hit, albeit on a pretty well-hit ball by Thompson here in the first inning, or in the 4th inning, has allowed the Cadets to play to run. It's 9-4 as Coach O heads back to the third base dugout, infield back to their regular spots. Hunter Slivka will be the batter. He struck out swinging but reached on a throwing error in the first. Flew out to right in the third. Bases loaded, 1 down, 4th inning. A 9-4 lead for Decorah. Pitch to Hunter. Inside. 1 ball, no strikes. One-0. Curve low. It's 2 balls and no strikes now. Away from third, Vovis. Away from second, Thompson. Away from first is Haskovic. 2-0. There's a strike. It's 2-1. Just heard Coach O say pitch the ball. I think Eric probably doing a bit more aiming than pitching to this point in this inning. The 2-1 delivery swung on a ground ball towards third. Carey will bobble, and everyone's going to be safe. And that's got to be frustrating there. Eric finally gets one in the zone, and his defense doesn't help him out. As Vovis scores, Thompson to third, Haskovic to second. Hunter Slivka reaches on the error to make it a 9-5 ball game. Connor Slivka will get Hunter's courtesy at first base, and Chase Lenhart will try to help his own cause. Lenhart batting, representing the tying run. As the pitch to Lenhart is a strike at the belt, 0-1. Lenhart flew out to center in the first, grounded to short in the third. 9-5 Decorah here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 0-1 delivery well outside as that breaking ball slipped out of the hands of Seavey. It is 1 ball, 1 strike. Thompson off a third, Haskovic off a second, and Slivka off a first. Pitch swung on, fly ball, center field. Underneath it is Hovden. He will make the catch, tagging at third, and scoring is Thompson. All the other runners will stay put. A sacrifice fly for Chase Lenhart. And a 9-6 lead for Decorah. That's the second out of the inning. And Spencer Bohr, who greeted Severson rudely with a 2-run homer in the 3rd inning, will be the batter. 2 on, 2 out. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning of what has been a wild one to this point. It's a 9-6 lead for Decorah. Bohr grounded to third in the first and a 2-run homer in the 3rd. Pitch goes low. And the baby bull with a pretty nice block on the curveball down and in. 1 ball and no strikes. Bohr, the 8th batter of the inning. Runner takes off, pitch swung on, and ground ball towards third and foul. It is 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike on Spencer Bohr. Severson in for the side from Ashbacker. Comes to the pause, takes a look back at second and the 1-1, swinging a foul at the plate. It is 1 ball, 2 strikes on Spencer Bohr. Sinking Cash sat down. He would be ready to go if necessary. A 9-6 lead for Decorah. We play the bottom half of the 4th inning. Severson on in relief of Kyle Keene, who was hit in the head by a batted ball. 1-2 delivery, pitch at the letters, taken for strike 3. The Cadets get 3 on 1 hit. No, 1 Decorah error and 2 runners left on base. We head to the 5th. It is Decorah 9 and Crestwood 6. Top of the 5th inning we go. It's a 9-6 lead for Decorah. Brighton Meyer, Aaron Severson, and Colin Nimrod here in the 5th inning as the pitch swung on and missed. It is no balls, 1 strike. Meyer sacrificed runners up in both the 2nd and in the 3rd innings. Decorah with 4 in the 2nd, 2 in the 3rd, and 3 in the 4th. Cadets with 1 in the 2nd, 2 in the 3rd, and 3 in the 4th inning. The pitch inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Decorah with 9 hits thus far, and the Crestwood Cadets with 4. Decorah with 2 errors, and the Cadets with 1. Pitch swinging a foul at the plate. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes on Brighton Meyer. One and 2 the count with nobody on, nobody out here in the 5th. Beautiful night for baseball here in Crestwood. Pitch going outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Severson will be on deck. Aaron Severson. With Eric now in the game as well. 2-2 swung on, a pop-up foul. Right side and out of play. So the count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Meyer and Ashbacker, the only guys in the regular lineup not to have a hit, even though Meyer did his job the first 2 times up. 2-2, swinging a foul, third base side, so Brighton doing a nice job of staying alive there. So Brighton will continue to battle. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. And the pitch swung on, smacked into center and a base hit. So Brighton with a leadoff single here in the 5th. The Vikes have gotten their leadoff runner on in every frame. Runner at first, nobody out. Aaron Severson stands in for the Decorah. 9-6 Vikings here in the 6th. Severson, a 2-run single, a run scored in the 2nd. He flew out to left in the 3rd as Severson tries to bunt and bunts foul. No balls, 1 strike. Move to first base, back to the bag diving is Brighton. Stretch by Lenhart and the pitch. Aaron bunts and bunts foul once again, so it's no balls and 2 strikes. Vikes were 2 for 2 in advancing runners in sacrifice situations earlier tonight, but I'd imagine the bunt's off with 2 strikes. 0-2 delivery, just missed outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Meyer away from first. Lenhart comes set. And the 1-2. Curveball low. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Two-two, swung on, smacked into left field and through for a base hit. Past the lunging Will Thompson. So Aaron Severson doesn't get the job done on the bunt, but he redeems himself by getting a base hit to left. And proving that it's difficulty to tell the difference between the Severson boys, Coach O is calling for the courtesy runner there, but that's Aaron, the first baseman, and not Eric, the pitcher. So that's going to be it for Chase Lenhart. Lenhart done after 4+, giving up 11 hits, 9 runs to this point, and all of them have been earned. He walked 4, and he struck out no one. He faces the entire Decorah lineup a total of 3 times, and Colin Nimrod will be the batter. And we'll see what changes are taking place here, as it looks like Hunter Slifka is going to go to the hill. That would move him out from behind the plate. Looks like Will Thompson and Hunter Slifka switch gloves now. And the Cadets will have a new catcher here momentarily. So Lenhart done for game 1. Hunter Slifka will come in for the Cadets, trying to put out the Viking fire. It is a 9-6 game here in the top half of the 5th inning, in case you're just joining us. I guess Vovis is now behind the plate, Jordan Vovis. Will Thompson is at shortstop, and is that Chase Lenhart coming into second base? Or Chase Lenhart will be at shortstop, and Will Thompson will be at second base. Always good having people smarter than me sitting next to me. But if he wants a ride home, he'll help me out a little bit. Hunter pitching for the 3rd time. His first out of the bullpen. He's 0-1 with the 6.10 ERA, 10 1/3 innings, 15 hits, 9 earned runs, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, and opponents hitting .268 against him. His job to keep the Decorah offense at bay and give his offense a chance. Cadets have been able to score 5 runs, 4 earned in the 2 innings for Eric Severson in this game. Meyer away from second, and Aaron Severson away from first. Colin Nimrod will be the batter. He's 2 for 3. Nobody out here in the 5th inning. Nimrod squaring to bunt, pulls the bat back, hits one towards third. It's fielded at third by Pekanowski for 1 out. He'll throw to first base for the double play. So 1 pitch retires 2 men. As Meyer retired and Aaron Severson moves up to second base, and Jay Covden will be the batter. Jake 2 for 3, popped to second in the first, RBI single in the second, and singled and scored in the 4th inning. Hunter comes set, 2 looks at second, and the pitch to Jake, swinging a foul at the plate, and that one off his foot, so he'll have some cobwebs to shake out there. No balls, 1 strike. Decorah scored in every frame except the first. And you can actually see a frame-by-frame score over here at Crestwood thanks to a new scoreboard out in left center field. 0-1 delivery. Curveball taken for a strike, and it's 0-2 on Jake Hubden. They've got one over at softball, I see, too. Athletic Director Jim Overend, proud of his new toys. Had to show them off when we were walking in tonight. No balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch just missed the outside edge. It is 1 ball, 2 strikes on Jake Hubden. We're in the top of the 5th inning of a 9-6 Decorah advantage. Severson off of second. Slivka comes set. 1-2 delivery, fastball outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes from Hunter Slivka. Hunter comes set. 2-2 delivery, curveball grounded off the leg of Slivka. It caroms into right field. It'll be a base hit. Scoring will be Aaron Severson. It is a 10-6 ball game. That one was one hop, and it hit the leg of Hunter and caromed into right field for an RBI single for Hubden. Hunter looking no worse for the wear out on the pitcher's mound. And Decorah puts another tally on the board. They have a 10-6 lead now. And 4 of the 10 runs have scored with 2 outs, and Eric Severson will try to help his own cause. Eric will look at the first pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Eric popped to short and is only at bat back in the 4th inning. That run charged to Chase Linhart. And a move to first base to send Hubden back standing to the bag. You'd have to think perhaps that you might want to think about sending Jake, especially with a 2-out situation and a hitter's count at 1-0. Long pause by Slivka. Hubden goes. Pitch swung on and fouled at the plate. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike on Eric Severson. We do notice Dustin Carey warming up in the bullpen. You would assume that Carey would be your number 2 game starter tonight, but if Eric gets into some more trouble and things get a little tight, you might call on him to close this one. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch swung on and a ground ball towards second. Will Thompson makes the play there. On to first base to retire Severson and the side here in the 5th. But the Vikes had another 2-out run, 1 run, 3 hits, and 1 left. We head to the bottom half of the 5th inning. It is Decorah leading Crestwood by a 10-6 margin. Decorah with 12 hits. The Cadets with 4. Decorah with 2 errors, the Cadets with 1, and in the stat that counts, Decorah leads it by a 10-6 margin. Decorah in the 2nd inning scored 4, an RBI double by Dustin Carey, a 2-run single by Aaron Severson, and a Jake Hubden RBI single scored the 4. At the bottom of the 2nd inning, Jordan Vovis got an RBI single to score Brandon Slivka. That ball directly off the bat hit Kyle Kane in the head. Kyle was lifted from the game, and he has been taken away from the facility. And if we get any update on Kyle, we'll definitely pass that on. That made it 4-1 at the time. Vikes got 2 in the 3rd inning, an RBI triple by Dustin Carey and an RBI single by Brady Dolly. Brandon Slivka will start things here in the 5th, and he'll look at a strike, 0-1. A 2-run homer by Spencer Bohr made it 6-3 in the bottom of the 3rd inning for Crestwood. A 2-out, 3-run homer for Dustin Carey in the 4th made it 9-3. Slivka swings and fouls the pitch off. 0-2. Crestwood came back with 3 in the 4th inning. An error scored the first run, a bases loaded walk, and a sacrifice fly by Chase Linhart scored the runs there. Decorah got another 2-out run in the 5th inning on a Jake Hubden RBI single. 10-6 Decorah, as we start things here in the bottom of the 5th inning, it's no balls, 2 strikes on Slifkin. The pitch goes outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Slifka walked and scored in the 2nd inning and grounded to short in the 3rd. Severson kicks and deals. The pitch swung on a fly ball left field and deep. Retreating is Cole Sweska, and that ball is gone. Brandon Slifka with his first home run of the season, RBI number 4. And the Cadets pull within a field goal. It's 10-7. Second bomb given up by Aaron Severson, or Eric Severson, I should say. And Spencer Bohr had the other one back in the 3rd. Matt Cuvalier will be the batter. He grounded to the catcher in the 2nd inning and was hit by a pitch and scored in the 4th inning. Pitch swung on and a ground ball to the right side, past to diving Aaron Severson into right field for a base hit. So Cuvalier on for the 2nd time in 3 at-bats. Runner at first, nobody out for Trey Pekanowski. He has struck out twice, once against Kyle Kane, once against Eric Severson. More action in the bullpen for Decorah. I believe Sinking's getting up once again. Runner at first, nobody out. Severson will throw over there to keep him honest. Yep, it's Andy. Andy was effective the other night in the JV game against Southwind. 10-7 the score as we play the bottom half of the 5th inning. Pitch to Pekanowski, ground ball to the left side, fielded there by Carey. He'll have one play. It's to first, and they get him by a step. Cuvalier up to 2nd on the play as Carey able to field, fire, and throw for the out. Runner at 2nd, 1 down, 1 in, 5th inning, a 10-7 lead for Decorah. And the batter is Jordan Volvis. RBI single in the 2nd inning, hit by a pitch and scored in the 4th. Severson with the pause and a whirl and a throw back to second base. On the daylight play, back to the bag diving is Cuvalier. Nimrod sneaking in there and making things interesting. Nimrod covering the bag with the left hand hitting Volvis up. Stretch by Severson, will look back at second, and he'll whirl and fake a throw. Back to second. Pause, and the pitch. Thrown outside. The baby bull to his left blocked that one in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. One-0. Hit well and into right field for a base hit. Rounding third and coming to the plate is Cuvalier. He will score without a play on an RBI single. Now the throw goes home after the cutoff. And that'll force Cuvalier to slide at least at home plate. Volvis gets the RBI single. And that makes it a 10-8 ball game. And Coach O out of the dugout, and it'll be Andy Sinking coming into the game for his varsity debut. Eric Severson done after 2 1/3. It's now a 10-8 ball game, and we'll tell you about Andy here in a moment. Andy Sinking gets his varsity debut for Decorah. Was effective the other night in the JV game, pitching, I believe, the last 2 innings after Aaron Severson in that game. Put into a tough spot here with the tying run coming to the plate. The junior right-hander will face Will Thompson. Severson out after 2 2/3, 6 hits, 7 runs, 6 earned, 1 walk, 2 hit batters, and 2 strikeouts. Severson was forced into action after Kyle Kane left the game after 2 innings after getting hit in the head with a batted ball. He has been taken from the facility, and if we get any update on him, we'll definitely pass that on to you. 10-8 game. Will Thompson, the batter, flied out to center in the second, singled and scored in the fourth. Decorah on top. Sinking's first varsity pitch is high and outside. It is 1 ball, no strikes. There has been runs in every half inning except the 2 half innings in the first. Sinkink ready, and the 1-0 offering. That one in there for a strike. It's 1-1. So that new scoreboard out in left center field getting quite the test, and it has been up to the task to this point. 1-1, the count on Will Thompson. And he pauses and delivers, and the pitch swung out, hit well toward short. Down to one knee to get it is Nimrod. He'll go to Dolly at second for 1, to first base for a double play. The pitcher's best friend helps Andy Sinkink in his first ever varsity batter getting out of the threat. 2 runs, 3 hits. No errors, nobody left. We are 5 complete here in Cresco. It is Decorah 10 and Crestwood 8. Top of the 6th inning we go. This is Vikings Radio 1240 KDEC Decorah and KDECradio.net. Darren Swenson from Crestwood High School tonight. Decorah leading Crestwood by a 10-8 ball margin as we go to the 6th inning. Hunter Slifgon in relief of Chase Lenhart, who threw 4+, gave up 11 hits, 10 runs, all earned, 4 walks, no strikeouts. Slifka finished up the 5th and gave up 1 hit. Decorah on their 3rd pitcher again, hoping for the best for Kyle Kane. He was hit in the head with a batted ball back in the 2nd inning. He has been taken from the ball field, and they're checking him out at the hospital, and hopefully everything will be all right there. Kane threw 2 innings, 1 hit, 1 run. It was earned, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Eric Severson threw 2 1/3, 6 hits, 7 runs, 6 earned, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. Austin Ashbacker will bat. He is 0 for 3 on the night. The pitch outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Ashbacker popped to second in the first, grounded to third in the second, and grounded back to the pitcher in the 4th inning. 1-0 delivery, sails high. It's 2 balls, no strikes. Matchup here from a couple of kids that have been state wrestling place winners. Hunter was this year, Austin 2 years ago. Pitch a strike. It is 2 balls and 1 strike. Obviously, they didn't face each other. As most people in the wrestling world, or the eye test can tell you, the pitch goes high, outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. Cole Sweska and Dustin Carey to follow here in the 6th inning. 10-8 Decorah with the lead. Hunter ready, 3-1. Ground ball to the left side. Past Pekanowski, past Lenhart, and into left for a base hit. So the baby bull on for the first time tonight. And Brett LaRue, I believe, is going to be running at first base. He is, for Austin Ashbacker. LaRue just coming back after a solid tennis season. Part of that 3rd place team in the state in Class 1A for the Decorah boys. LaRue, the runner at first. Sweska will be the batter. He's been on base all 3 times. Walked and scored in the 2nd. Reached down an error and scored in the 3rd. Walked and scored in the 4th. And a move to first base will send LaRue back diving in. Stretch by Slifka. And a move to first base will send LaRue back diving to the bag. Slivka comes set. A long pause, and they'll bring it to the plate as it's bunted up the first base side. Slivka pauses, goes to second base, and LaRue beats the throw. Slivka took a long look there, then decided to go there, and the throw was late. Had he thrown it right away, Slivka, or rather LaRue, probably would have been out there, but it's first and second, nobody out here in the sixth inning. And Dustin Carey, who's had a heck of a night with the stick, will bat. Doubled, knocked in a run, scored in the second. Triple, knocked in a run, scored in the third. And a 3-run homer in the fifth inning. As the pitch taken low, 1 ball, no strikes. Coach O asking him to bunt as he was squaring to bunt. 1 ball, no strikes the count. Slivka charging from first, even with the bag at third is Pekanowski. Stretch by Hunter Slivka, 2 looks at second, and the pitch to Dustin, bunted up the first base side. It's a nice one. Brandon Slivka will throw to first base, and on a bang-bang play, Will Thompson receives the throw from Slivka, and a sacrifice complete, 3-4. LaRue for Ashbacker at third, and Sweska now at second, and Brady Dolly with an RBI opportunity. As the infield up at all 4 spots for the Cadets. Decorah leading 10-8 here in the sixth. Dolly walked and scored in the second. Infield hit and a run scored in the third, and a ground out to short in the fourth. And the first pitch low. It is 1 ball, no strikes. Carey had a home run earlier tonight. That was his 5th career homer. He had 4 last year. Last year he was tied for the team lead in that category. Bit of a pause here as Jordan Vovis, the catcher, buckles the shin guards back together. Slivka comes set, a look around the base pass and the 1-0. Fastball outside edge for a strike, and it's 1-1. Vovis having trouble with the knee savers. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Slivka comes set, a look around the base pass and the pitch. That one caught the knee, taken for strike 2, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hunter without a strikeout in his inning and a third. The Cadets could sure use one here. 1-2, and the pitch taken up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes. Slivka ready in the 2-2 ground ball up the middle, fielded at short by Lenhart. He'll throw to the plate, tag applied, and LaRue retired for the second out of the inning. Contact play was on. LaRue went on contact. Lenhart fielded it and threw to the plate. All Vovis had to do was secure the ball and apply the tag, and he did both. And that's, kids, is why you pull your infield up in that situation. First and third, 2 down. For Brighton Meyer, a sacrifice in the second, a sacrifice in the third, a single to center in the fifth. 10-8 Decorah here in the sixth. The pitch, swinging a foul, straight back and out of play. It is no balls and 1 strike. Stretch. A look back at second in the 0-1. Swung on, popped up, first base side. Brandon Slivka, the first baseman, is under it, and he will make the catch to retire the side. So for the first time since the first inning, Decorah with a goose egg on the board. 1 hit, 2 left. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is a 10-8 lead for the Vikings. Andy Sinkink on for his second inning of relief for Decorah. He got a double play ball off the bat of Will Thompson to end the fifth inning. The Cadets have scored in every frame since the first. It's 10-8 Decorah. Here at the bottom of the sixth inning, we're still in game one of this doubleheader. Again, hoping for the best for Kyle Kane. He was hit in the head with a batted ball earlier, directly off the bat of Jordan Vovis. And he's been taken to the hospital, and hopefully just for a precautionary reason. Top of the order here in the sixth inning for the Cadets as the pitch outside to Jeffrey Haskovic. 1 ball, no strikes. Haskovic rounded to second in the first, singled and scored in the third, and walked with the bases loaded in the fourth. 1-0. Paints the outside corner with a strike, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Left-hand hitter, right-hand pitcher Sinkink. 1 ball, 1 strike in the pitch. Curveball taken on the outside edge for a strike, and it's 1-2. One and two the count. Sinkink ready, and the 1-2 offering. Swung on and missed. Good breaking ball, and Andy gets his first career strikeout. 1 down, nobody on for Hunter Slifka. Struck out swinging, reached on an error in the first, flew out to right in the third, and reached on an error again in the fourth. And that allowed a run to score. Pitch outside from Andy, 1 ball, no strikes. That is the first time since the first inning Decorah has retired the leadoff batter in a frame. Next pitch high from Andy. It's 2 balls, no strikes. And what is now the pitcher against pitcher matchup. 2-0. Strike outside edge taken, and it's 2 balls, 1 strike. Two balls, 1 strike. Sinkink ready in the 2-1 offering a curveball that misses low and inside. Now it's 3 balls, 1 strike on Andy Sinkink. 3-1 with 1 down. The pitch. Swinging a foul at the plate. As Slifka out in front. And it's 3-2. Decorah 10, Crestwood 8, bottom of the sixth inning. It's an absolutely gorgeous night for baseball here in Cresco. 3-2 ground ball towards third. Fielding on 2 hops is Carey. He winds up and throws to first base to retire Slifka. And 2 down here in the sixth inning. So 2 down for Chase Lenhart. 10-8 lead for Decorah. Lenhart flew out to center in the first, grounded to short in the third, and sacrificed a runner up or a runner in on a sacrifice fly in the fourth inning. Lenhart looks at the first pitch outside, 1 ball, no strikes. That was the 9th RBI already for Lenhart. He leads the team in said category. 1-0 delivery, swung on, smacked into center field, and a base hit. So now the tying run will come to the plate here in the bottom of the sixth inning. And the batter will be Spencer Bohr. And I think Dustin Carey will be called on to close this one out. Sinkink goes an inning and a third, gives up a hit. Got Decorah out of a big-time headache in the fifth inning. No walks and 1 strikeout, and Dustin Carey, who has the 2 pitching wins for Decorah to this point, will come in to this game. Carey 2-0 with a .5 ERA. He's only given up 1 earned run in 14 innings to this point. 10 hits, 3 walks, and 12 strikeouts. He has wins over Key High and New Hampton. And he will try to finish out this one for the Vikings, with Carey vacating his third base spot. Bryce Pierce will come into third base, and he will bat in the third spot in the order. At the end of this half inning, we'll give you a complete recap of this game. There's been a lot that has gone on. As Carey takes his warm-up tosses, he has been warming up in the last couple of innings, in between innings, just to make sure he would be ready to go. Spencer Bohr will be the batter when we return to live action. Bohr grounded to third in the first, a 2-run homer in the third, a strikeout looking in the fourth. Carey, the fourth pitcher of the game for Decorah. 2 down, runner at first. Spencer Bohr is 1 for 3. He represents the tying run. He did have a home run against Severson back in the third. Carey delivers pitch. Low and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Stretch. 1-0. Fastball high and tight. 2 balls, no strikes on Bohr. A lead at first base by Lenhart. Carey comes set. 2-0 delivery. Ground ball towards third. Charging there is Bryce Pierce. He'll wind up and throw to first base, and the throw gets away from Severson. Moving to third is Lenhart. Moving to second is Bohr. So now the tying run in scoring position for the Cadets. Wasn't a great throw by Pierce, but frankly could have been a better stretch at first base by Aaron Severson. The batter, Brandon Slifka. Second and third, 2 down here in the 6th inning, 10-8 Decorah. First pitch to Brandon. Backdoor breaking ball for a strike, 0-1. Slifka walked and scored in the second, grounded to short in the third, and hit a solo home run leading off the 5th inning. That was against Derek Severson. Slifka steps out. Carey steps off. Carey comes set. And the 0-1 offering swung on. A little number off the end of the bat, foul. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. Lenhart third, Bohr at second. 0-2. Fastball up. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Carey ready. And the 1-2 offering. That one sails up, so now it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Deuce is definitely wild in this situation. 2-2 with 2 down and 2 on. A 2-run lead for Decorah here in the bottom of the 6th. And a balk for Carey, a quick pitch. Called right away by home plate umpire Pete Wyan. Carey came to the pause and released right away. And in that situation, frankly, there was no reason to do it. So it's 2 balls, 2 strikes on Brandon Slifka. And the pitch from Carey, curveball taken for strike 3. So 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left. We head to the 7th inning. It is Decorah leading Crestwood 10-9. And here is the Complete game wrap-up. Decorah scored 4 in the second inning. An RBI double by Dustin Carey, a 2-run single by Aaron Severson, and a RBI single by Jake Hubden. Crestwood got one back in the second inning, a Jordan Vovis single that directly went off the forehead, directly off the bat and went off the forehead of Kyle Kane. Kane's been taken to the hospital, and we hope everything can be all right there. 4-1 the score at that point. Decorah got 2 more in the third inning. Dustin Carey with an RBI triple, Brady Dolly an RBI single to make it 6-1. Spencer Bohr pulled the Vikings within, or the Cadets within 6-3 on a 2-run homer in the third inning. Dustin Carey made it 9-3 in the fourth inning on a 3-run, 2-out homer. Crestwood got 3 back in the fourth inning. An error, a bases-loaded walk, and a sacrifice fly by Chase Lenhart made it 9-6. Decorah made it 10-6 in the fifth on a 2-out RBI single by Jake Hubden. Crestwood got 2 in the fifth inning as Aaron Severson fouls the first pitch off. No balls and 1 strike. A Brandon Slivka solo home run and a Jordan Vovis single to right. Crestwood got 1 closer on a Dustin Carey balk in the sixth inning. It's 1-1 now on Aaron Severson. He had a 2-run single, a run scored in the second inning. Flew out to left in the third and singled and scored in the fifth. He scored what is now the deciding run, or the run that has made the difference. It's pitch low, 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Top of the order, Nimrod and Hubden to follow. Two-1 inside for 3 balls and 1 strike. Hunter Slivka, the second pitcher of the day in his third full inning of relief. 3-1 taken for a strike, and
another one like that, kid.
Aaron probably wondering why he was so tentative on that one. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Hunter delivers, and the pitch swung on, a roller towards right field and through for a base hit. Aaron Severson is now 3 for 4. And Colin Nimrod will be the batter. Nimrod singled in the first, singled in the second, flew out to right in the third, hit into a double play in the fifth. So Slivka now has faced the order 1 time through. The double play ball off the bat of Nimrod was the first batter he faced. Nimrod squares late, bunts up the third base side. Pekanowski with the throw to first base, and they got Nimrod by a step. Bang banger at first base. Pekanowski to Slivka to retire Nimrod. And Aaron Severson will move to second, and Jake Hubden will be the batter. With a 1-run lead, you could sure use some insurance here. Hubden is 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs and a run scored. And the pitch swung on, hammered deep to left field, and it angles into foul ground. Not able to get there was Cuvalier. Ton of foul ground up both sides here at Cresco on the outfield end of things. It narrows as you get closer to home plate. So a ball that you can give up on in other parks you really can't give up on here at Crestwood. No balls, 1 strike on Jake Hubden. 0-1 swung on, a roller up the middle. It's going to get through for a base hit. Rounding third, coming to the plate is Aaron Severson. He will score without a play. An RBI single for Jake Hubden. A 4-hit day for Hubden, and an 11-9 lead for Decorah. Hubden 4 for 5 with 3 RBI. And Bryce Pierce will get a turn as he came in when Carey came in to pitch in the bottom of the 6th inning. Stretch by Slifkin, the pitch. Pierce fist one into left field and a base hit. Up to second goes Hovden. So first and second with one down. And Austin Ashbacker will be the batter.
Come on, Hunter, settle in.
16 hits now for Decorah.
Come on, guys, help him out.
Ashbacker 1 for 4. Popped to second in the first, grounded to third in the second, grounded to the pitcher in the fourth, and singled to left in the 6th. And a whirl and a bluff to send Hovden back to the bag. Slifka comes set and the pitch swung on, hammered towards third, but foul. No balls, 1 strike. Coach O spun out of the way of that one. Fortunately, Rinkin wasn't at the plate. No balls, 1 strike. Slifka ready, 0-1, swung on, driven deep down the left field line, but foul once again. And it is no balls, 2 strikes. So Hunter Slifka's gotten away with a couple of hangers there. Even though we're facing the opposite direction, I'd imagine that he probably would have had no trouble seeing the whites of Austin's eyes from the football field on those last couple of pitches. No balls, 2 strikes. Runners at first and second with 1 down. 11-9 Decorah here in the 7th inning. Pause. And the pitch. Swung on, hammered down the left field line again, and foul. The Baby Bull definitely not getting cheated in this at-bat. No balls, 2 strikes, the count on Ashbacker. Wild game here in game 1, 11-9 the score. Offensive timeout as Coach O gives a few words of instruction / encouragement to Ashbacker near the third base coach's box. Hovden at second, Pierce at first. Long pause and the 0-2 fastball outside edge for a strike. And Austin knew it. He was looking for something else. Looking for the local, got the express. And Cole Sweska will be the batter. Technically 0 for 2, 2 walks. Reached out an error and scored 3 runs. Here's a chopper up the middle to his left. Goes Lenhart. He will tag the bag to retire the side, but the Vikes get a run of insurance. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left. We head to the bottom half of the 7th inning. Dustin Carey will try to close it out for Decorah as he will face Matt Cuvalier, Trey Pekanowski, and Jordan Bovis. Again, Decorah with 4 in the second, 2 in the third, 3 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth, and 1 in the 7th inning. Crestwood with 1 in the second, 2 in the third, 3 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth, and 1 in the 6th inning. The part of the order that is coming up is a combined 3 for 7. In fact, everyone in the regular order for Crestwood has reached base safely. Carey, the 4th pitcher of the day for Decorah. Kane, 2 innings, 1 hit, 1 run. It was earned. 1 walk and 2 strikeouts. He left the game after getting hit in the head with a batted ball. He's been taken to the hospital. If we find out anything, we'll let you know. Severson went 2 1/3, 6 hits, 7 runs, 6 earned, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Andy Sinkink, 1 1/3, 1 hit, 1 run. It was earned, no walks, and 1 strikeout. And Matthew Cuvalier will be the batter. Grounded to the catcher in the second, hit by a pitch and scored in the fourth. Singled and scored in the fifth. And the pitch goes high. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Cadets have been very good at getting that leadoff runner on. It's happened 4 times in 6 frames. The 1-0. Outside corner for a strike, and it's 1-1. One. Curveball low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Carey ready. 2-1. That one up. It is 3 balls, 1 strike now. Any base runner here puts the tying run on base for the Cadets. An 11-9 lead for Decorah. And the pitch, low and outside for ball 4. In his 15th inning of work, that's only the 4th walk this season for Dustin. Runner at first, nobody out. Trey Pekanowski is 0 for 3. Struck out swing in the second, struck out swing in the fourth, grounded to third in the fifth. Pitch. Inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Carey ready, 1-0. There's a strike, and it's 1-1 on the inside edge. Cuvalier away from first base. Carey comes set. 1-1 offering. Curveball missing outside. It is 2 balls and 1 strike now. Nobody out here in the 7th inning. 11-9 Decorah. 2-1 swung on ground ball left side. Past the diving Nimrod and into left for a base hit. So now the tying run on base for the Cadets. And the winning run at the plate in the person of Jordan Vovis. Vovis has been on base all 3 times. Singled, knocked in a run in the second. Hit by a pitch, scored a run in the fourth, singled to right, and knocked in a run in the fifth. Severson even with the bag at first. Carey even with the bag at third. Carey takes a strike or throws a strike, nothing in 1. That's Pierce now at third with Dustin on the hill. No balls, 1 strike to count. Carey with the look around the base pass in the 0-1. Up for 1 ball, 1 strike. Dustin comes set. 1-1. Swinging a foul at the plate into the glove of the catcher, Austin Ashbacker, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Pierce will remain even with the bag. Severson now will move back at first base. 1 ball, 2 strikes with nobody out in the 7th of a Decorah 11-9 lead. Pitch swung on. Ground ball up the middle and through for a base hit. Rounding third, getting a stop sign is Cuvalier. Bases loaded. Nobody out here in the 7th inning for the Cadets. Tying run at second, winning run at first. Will Thompson will be the batter. Thompson flew out to center in the second, singled and scored in the fourth, hit into a double play in the 5th. Infield coming up at all 4 spots for Decorah. Carey with a long look in at Ashbacker for the sign. He comes set. And the first pitch to Thompson, a curveball for a strike, nothing in 1. And Connor Slivka will run at Connor Slivka will run for Vovis, who is now the catcher at first base. No balls, one strike to count. Carey comes set 0-1, swung on, driven deep left field. Retreating is Cole Sweska, and that ball is up against the fence. Scoring is Kuvalier, scoring is Pekanowski. Stopping at third is Slivka, and we are tied at 11. Will Thompson just smoked one into left field. And now the Cadets have the winning run at third base. Infield up at all four spots. Top of the order up for the Cadets and Jeffrey Haskovic. 11-11 the score. 11 hits now for the Cadets. Carey delivers, and the pitch, a strike to Haskovic. It is 0-1. The pause by Carey, the 0-1 outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. One from Carey. Swing and a foul at the plate. It was a breaking ball in on the hands, and Jeffrey Haskovic looked fooled on it, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Off a third, Connor Slivka. Off a second, Will Thompson. Ground ball wide of third and foul. Haskovic hit it well, but got around late. One ball, 2 strikes. Infield up at all 4 spots. 11-11 the score. We're in the 7th. Carey comes set. 1-2 delivery. Ground ball to the right side. Dolly picks it up. He'll look towards first. Run to the bag. Get the out there. And there's 1 down here in the 7th inning. He fielded that ball maybe 20 feet off the line. He looked and kept Slivka at third, got the first out of the inning. And Hunter Slivka will be the batter. He's 0 for 4, reached on errors twice today. Infield still up at all 4 spots for Decorah. 11-11 the score here in the 7th inning. And the pitch. Curveball for a strike from Carey. It's 0-1. Away from third, Slivka. Away from second, Thompson. Thompson's run means nothing right now. The only man that means something is Slivka at third. A 2-run double by Thompson tied the game. 0-1, fastball up, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Come on, Hunter. Enough room for Connor to get in. Come on, bud. Come home.
1-1 the count. The pitch. Curveball low and outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. In all honesty, a walk would not be the worst thing in the world here. That would create a force at any base. With first base open, it doesn't kill you. 2-1, low for ball 3. It's 3 balls and 1 strike. Granted, you do have an 0 for 4 guy at the plate, but he's been on base twice. 3 balls, 1 strike. Connor Slivka at third. Will Thompson at second. Carey takes a momentary pause. Steps off, rubs up the ball. Steps back on the rubber, looks in at the side from Ashbacker. Comes set, 3-1 offering up for ball 4. So now you have a force at any base. And now Coach O will head out of the dugout and talk to Carey on the hill. Austin McAllister will run for Hunter Slivka at first base. And this is where it's an interesting call. If you're the defensive team, do you play your middle infield back and hope for 2 in this situation? Granted, you got to cut down that lead run. Coach O out on the mound talking to his entire infield and battery here. The base is going to be loaded with only 1 out. Inning started with a Cuvalier walk, then a Pekanowski single to left. Vovis with a single to center. Thompson got home 2 with a double to left to tie the game. Haskovic grounded out. And then a walk to Hunter Slivka. Infield will play it up at all 4 spots. You have to cut down on the lead run, and now the outfield coming up too. With 1 out, anything over the outfielder's head is going to lose you the ball game anyway. Lenhart flew out to center in the first as the pitch hits him, and that's that. The Crestwood Cadets have defeated the Decorah Vikings 12-11 here in Game 1 of the doubleheader. 12 runs on 11 hits. 1 error and 8 runners left for Crestwood. Decorah with 11 runs on 16 hits, 3 errors and 9 left. Hunter Slivka, the winning pitcher, he's now 1-1. Dustin Carey, the losing pitcher, he's now 2-1. We'll have Game 2 of the doubleheader coming up here in about 20 on Vikings Radio 1240 KDEC.